What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about brother Evan Honer, the song from my brother. So the lyrics, meaning what it meant again to me, and I'll just go through the lyrics this time. Well, I lock myself inside your head. Try to understand what you felt. Empathy. I just, seeing he didn't know what I was going through, and the best way to help somebody else is to empathize with them, I think, and try to be like, I don't understand what you're going through, but I'm here, and I love you, and I see you, and I love you, and I see your pain, and I don't know what you're going through, but I see you, and you're doing a great job, and just affirming people. I think that's one of the most important things you can do. Obviously, we, as Christians, we want to point them to the truth, but we also want to empathize too, because, otherwise we won't even have an opportunity to share truth if you first be like, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. That's the worst thing you would say to them. So taking it from my perspective, like when I was going through those times, I needed somebody that said, I can't imagine what you're going through. And that's what Evan did with his song, and that's also what he said. I remember the specific night, he was like, I can't imagine what you're going through. And that meant the world, just that he was trying to understand, and that he said he couldn't imagine what I was going through. Not obviously just for pity, it's just like, okay, I love you, and like, I don't know what you're going through, but I see you and all that, like I said. And when you were tied down to the table and your eyes were filled with anger, I remember that. I thought demons were out to get me. I don't know if that was like when, I don't know if he's referring to the time where I was like tied to the table literally, and then like they were feeding me medication. That was when I was like the most like anxious, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna, like, they were feeding me a medication, and I thought it was demonic, and I thought there was demons like right there. They had like 3 people holding me down. I don't know if he was talking about that. It could have been another time, but that was kind of what I got out of it. I didn't even know he actually saw that, but it could have been another time. But either way, that's kind of what I got out of it. And you couldn't speak. Yeah, I couldn't speak because they were like tying me to the table, and like, I don't know, I was very emotionally volatile, very emotional. On some meds I can't pronounce. Medication is no joke, and it makes you tired. It makes you suicidal. It makes you everything. It's not the worst. At least I'm not, hallucinating, delusions, having psychosis. But it's definitely hard doing on medication, like antipsychotics and mood stabilizers, because it makes me feel not who I am. And I've been on them so long that I kind of forgot who I am, honestly. But and not forgot who I am, but I just like forgot who I was before medication, if that makes sense. So it's like, but anyways, all the evil you denounce but wouldn't leave. That was a big thing. I thought everybody was a demon at the height of my delusions, psychosis. I thought everyone was a demon out to get me. Well, I can't walk a mile in your shoes, but there ain't a single thing you wouldn't do, that I wouldn't do, to take a portion of your pain and break off all the bounding chains so you can stand. And that's just, I appreciate that. I do. I love Evan for that. And like, Evan's been one of my biggest supporters throughout this whole thing. I think my mom's probably number 1, and then number 2 is probably Evan. So he's been a great help. And I know in the last video I said I had no one at certain times I felt like I had no one, and I feel like I have no one. But yeah, but obviously I do have Evan, and I do have my mom, and I do have God, obviously, most importantly. But anyways, so there ain't a single thing I wouldn't do to take a portion of your pain and break off all the bounding chains so you can stand taller than you ever have and feel the weight fall off your back and hands. I don't know if he really sees the pain that I go through with suicidal thoughts, but it does weigh me down way more than I'd like to admit, and it's definitely a constant thing. But anyways, oh brother, I don't see what you see, and it kills me not to know. Oh brother, I don't feel what you feel, but it's eating at your bones. And that's this is my favorite part. Well, it was 18 years old when it showed up. 18 years. It was 18 years till it showed up. Held an arrow to your mind and throat, and the people all around you, the ones you gave your all to, didn't understand. A lot of people in the religious community were struggle. It was a struggle. I'm not saying any names, but it was a struggle in certain religious communities, and the ones you gave your all to, you didn't understand. That mainly meant the people around me, everyone around me, religious communities especially, but everybody. But it's crazy that you kept the faith, because surely that would bend or break any man. That's my favorite part, because I think he saw the faith in me. Obviously, that's all God, that's God. God brought me through so much, and I kept leaning on God. And honestly, I feel like I haven't been as strong in my faith lately, and that's why I'm struggling so bad lately. But yeah, I mean, Evan saw faith in me that was deep, and he saw it from beginning to end. And I mean, so yeah, it was very, so I'm super thankful that he got to experience that, because, even me, I forget about like how much God brought me through, so yeah. And then the rest of it is the chorus, or whatever you call it, or the bridge. I don't know music, but, oh brother, I don't see what you see, but it kills me not to know. Oh brother, I don't feel what you feel, but it's eating at your bones. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that was one of the hardest. I mean, definitely, honestly, the delusions, the psychosis, the hallucinations were very much like an escape for me. And like I felt like so excited and manic and very happy, elated, joyful, exuberant about life at that time when I was like manic. But dude, like I would trade anything to deal with the suicidal thoughts. Like, I mean, I would, like, those things just eat at your bones, like they do. And I recently tried to attempt self-deletion, but I'm thankful that God helped me out of it. And but I just, it's a struggle for sure. But the song helps me, honestly. I probably listened to it literally 200 times, and it never gets old, especially when I'm going through a lot of hurt and pain. So Evan, if you're watching this, love you, brother. Thank you for the song. I listen to it all the time. Not all the time, but when I feel it. That is the meaning behind brother to me. A little bit more explanation. Hopefully that encouraged you, or comment below what you think, or whatever. God bless. Have a great day.